Now, musicians have gotten creative during the COVID-19 pandemic, holding their concerts online. You may have even caught these shows by your favorite singers. The annual ChildAid fundraising concert is going virtual as well for the first time.
Organized by the Straits Times and the Business Times, ChildAid 2020 Virtually Yours is on July 15th at 8 p.m. and you should look forward to it because it's going to be a cutting-edge 360-degree immersive video experience as well as feature 8D technology. It also features homegrown musicians including ChildAid alumnus Nathan Hartono, jazz maestro Jeremiah Montero, orchestra conductor Kachun Wong, as well as singer-songwriters Jasmine Soko and Benjamin King.
And we're very pleased to welcome Artistic Director Jeremiah Choy to tell us more. So welcome, Jeremiah. What considerations did you and your team have to think about when it was decided that the concert would move online?
Yeah, we were told to move the concert online sometime late March, early April. That was when we were already planning for the usual concert, which was supposed to be in November at the Esplanade. But that was when the impending circuit breaker was going to be on, and then we weren't sure whether we're going to have gatherings of any sorts, and therefore we were not able to have any auditions. And because ChildAid is predominantly performed by children, and so we have to take a lot of precautions. So we felt that maybe we should just move it forward to July as a result of that, and have it virtual instead of having a proper concert as usual.
Right. What were some of the main challenges in putting all these moving elements together?
Well, the first thing is we can't have our usual auditions because when we have a shout out for auditions, we usually get about 400 to 500 young and interested children who wants to be part of ChildAid. And we were not able to have that call out. We're not able to have the auditions. And also we decided to, because it's online, we decided to cut the usual 1 hour, 1.5 hour long concert to a 45 minutes virtual concert. So as a result, whilst planning for it in April, May, we have to then relook at the programming. So instead of the usual children performing, we decided that we wanted to be a little bit more local, more adult in that sense, because we wanted to raise more money this year for the School Pocket Money Fund as well as the Budding Artist Fund. In fact, because of the COVID situation, we have more beneficiaries and the beneficiaries needed more help. So we decided to rope in our local celebrities, especially the online ones, which has got a lot of following, such as Nathan Hartono, Jasmine Soko, Benjamin King, and of course not forgetting our wonderful jazz musician Jeremiah Montero, as well as world-renowned conductor Kachun Wong. So I've created a 45 minutes program that will include also past ChildAid participants as well, and also featuring two young performers, Rizwan as well as Hima. And they will be performing their own compositions in this particular edition of ChildAid.
Well, we're certainly looking forward to the concert that you have thought up. So, Jeremiah, you said that holding the concert during COVID-19 has allowed you and your team to rethink it from a creative and artistic point. So could you elaborate on how you've had to think outside the box for this one?
Yes, when we were planning for this virtual concert sometime late March, early April, by then we already have online a whole slew of wonderful online programs, mass singing, mass choir, mass band, and things like that. And also many other content people are beginning to watch. And we were thinking, how then are we able to hold the interest of this audience for 45 minutes? In a concert, especially after we've seen all these wonderful concerts online since April, and we're now in June, and the concert is going to be in July. How do we bring something fresh? So we were experimenting with this 360 live experience, where if you're watching the concert on a phone or on an iPad, you're able to actually shift your phone or your iPad, and you're able to see the performers around you. And we're also going to introduce a binaural experience, 8D oral sound oral experience, where sound is going to come from wherever you're turning to. So this is something that we are working with and hoping to recreate that experience that one gets in a concert hall. So rather than just seeing a flat screen in front of you, we're trying to recreate the sense surround feeling that you will get in a concert hall.
Now, Jeremiah, despite not being able to hold auditions, like you mentioned earlier on, we understand the concert still hopes to rope in some 200 past ChildAid performers and others below 19 years old to join in a choir performance. What else can we expect from this year's ChildAid concert to make it for children by children?
Yes, that item that you mentioned is A World to Imagine, which is a song written by Iskandar Ismail, the late Iskandar, and Paul Tan. And this is the anthem for ChildAid. And every ChildAid performer would have sung this song before. And so what we wanted to do is to recreate this Mountie choir for past ChildAid performers to participate in. But we've also not forgotten that there are many aspiring ChildAid performers who also want to participate in this concert. So what we've also done is to allow anyone under the age of 19, if you're interested, you can also participate in this mass choir. Other than that, there's also another item, which is Ode to Joy, the finale of this concert, where Kachun Wong is going to conduct an orchestra together with a virtual choir. We are hoping to get 800 to 1,000 as well of people around the world. And this is also inclusive of participants from ChildAid Japan, ChildAid Malaysia, and ChildAid Indonesia. So what we're trying to create is a grand finale of sorts of international participants as well.
Well, Jeremiah, it sounds very exciting. We can't wait to catch the ChildAid 2020 concert, and that's on July 15th at 8 p.m. Thank you so much for joining us today, Jeremiah. We've been speaking to the Artistic Director for ChildAid 2020, Jeremiah Choy. And there are several platforms on which to watch ChildAid 2020 Virtually Yours. It will premiere on the Straits Times and the Business Times websites, their Facebook and YouTube channels as well. It'll also be live on the Stay Home with SPH website at stayhome.com.sg.
If you're watching us on YouTube, there's a link in the description below on how you can donate to ChildAid 2020. The show raises funds for the Straits Times School Pocket Money Fund and the Business Times Budding Artists Fund.